That's right. I said it. I said practical about a sequin zebra maxi skirt. I said what I said and I stand by it. Hello, fabulous friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to apologize in advance because somebody is hammering in this building and I don't know if that is picking up on the audio. So if it is, I do apologize. But if I don't just get on with filming, I live downtown. There's always noise. Anyway, today we are going to look at my autumn road trip and haul. I like to go on an out-of-town thrifting jaunt in the spring and in the fall every year. In the spring, I usually go with one of my friends, if I can talk them into taking me. But in the autumn, I rent a car and it's just a day of glorious freedom. I can go wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. The thrifting is fun, yes, but the real draw is just me being able to get out of town and not have to rely on public transport and, all of that good stuff. So it's just a really good mental health day for me every year. However, this year, if you've been here for the last little while, you know I injured my leg quite badly. And I had the car booked already and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go. On the Monday, I decided, yes, I'm just going to do it. If it had been my right leg, I would not have been able to drive, but left, no problem. And I had discovered during my infrequent trips to the grocery store that being in a store is actually pretty good rehab for my leg because I'm on a perfectly flat surface with a cart. So it's like going around with a walker. Felt really good. I thought that would actually be a really good thing. Anyway, all of this to say that I did decide to take the rental car and I did have a lovely, lovely day on the road. A friend of mine texted me at 8:30 at night that day and she was like, "Oh, are you home and all tucked up safe?" And I was like, "Girl, no." I'm like, I haven't even left Niagara Falls yet. I'm gonna be here till this store closes and then and only then will I be driving home. So I didn't get home until 10:30 at night. It was fantastic. Oh, so good to have a day out. I rent that car for 24 hours, so I will be using it for as long as humanly possible. Anyway, so let me get on with the thrifting portion is very short. I really apologize for that because it was just too difficult between the cart and the phone and trying to look at things. So I mostly actually filmed in homewares because there wasn't a lot that I was, picking up or touching. It was more observing. So I could do, cart, phone, not a problem. But with clothes, and trying to look through the rack, it was too many things for me to really deal with. Very short thrifting portion, but I will show you the haul. I won't put everything on, but I'll put at least a few things on so that you can see them. Without further ado, come thrifting with me. Here we go on the road. I tried to capture some of the absolutely stunning fall foliage that was on display, but I didn't do a very good job of it. But rest assured, the trees were truly quite spectacular. So much Halloween stuff. Okay, check out this piece of amazingness. It is so tacky, it flips right over the edge into awesome. I can't believe I didn't get this. If only it hadn't been $14. Ugh, even now I kind of still wish I'd ponied up. If that had been $5, I would have nabbed it so fast. If you watch Mad Men, Joan Holloway has one of these on the wall of her bedroom. Just some trivia for you. These look amazing if you spray paint them gold, very fresh and modern. Trays are always a great thing to find at the thrift store. Great for bar carts, great for entertaining. And you can also find gorgeous glassware. Look at these iridescent crystal wine glasses. I almost picked these up, but I just have so much glassware already. Another crazy find at the thrift store. I don't know about you, but I can't decide if I am amused or slightly terrified. Let me know what you think. Okay, we just have to give it up for these shoulder pieces for a moment. But, ooh, that sweater was so itchy. Ooh, ahoy there, Captain. Not my size, but these sneakers were super fun. I would never buy these, but I just had to look at anything with sparkles. The nice thing about going to bigger stores in smaller cities is that there's way more space for jewelry. Although $60 for these brooches, Value Village, you are dreaming. Not the frogs just hanging out on a bench. As Christmas sweaters go, that's actually kind of cute. Candy cane season. I love these vintage wash basins with pictures. I don't have room for one, but I always look at them. And look at this. That teacup is made in occupied Japan. I can spot them from a mile away. Ha, I knew it. These are so beautiful. $1 each for all of these beautiful crystal glasses. You could stock your whole bar area. And check out this gorgeous crystal bowl. I was filming and I didn't have a cart in this store, and I meant to go back and grab this for $10, but I forgot. Oh, it is such a beauty. And shout out to the disco grandma that made this Afghan. Look at you with your neon yarn. This thing was fantastic, and it was only $6. I wish I'd rescued it. And this vintage ceiling lamp is actually beautiful. I wish I had space for something like that. And check out the handmade ceramic bowl from 1970 by CW. And wait for it, the matching set of bowls. And this was an insane deal. A full dinner service for 8 for $25. And it was just beautiful. Ugh, that moment when you just miss out on some amazing chairs and they're rolling them away from you. But these were fantastic. I just don't have room for them, but I hope somebody picked those beauties up. And look at this gorgeous full-length real suede maxi skirt. Stunning. Gasp. I'm in love. A light-up stained glass parrot lamp. But they wanted $30 for it. It was partly broken and I hated the base. Crazy things you might find at the thrift store. This coat was actually beautiful. The fruit print was amazing, but it was huge. I could have fit 3 other people in there with me. And the real main problem is that the pockets aren't actually pockets. They're just cuts in the coat. So yeah, sadly had to leave it. Okay, that's kind of adorable. All right, let's get to the haul. Spoiler alert, I did find a couple of really spectacular items, but I am going to save those to the end because I would like it very much if you would watch the whole video, mostly because my watch hours are completely abysmal. So it would really be doing me a solid if you just hang out through to the end of the video. And if you do, please drop me a line in the comments and let me know so I can say thank you, because it really does help me with the YouTube algorithm. I would very much appreciate that. You don't even have to keep the volume on if you're not a fan of the yapping. Just, mute me and let me yammer on in the background and, turn it off when it's done. Starting off with this beautiful beige cable knit sweater. It's absolutely gorgeous, 100% cotton from the Gap. You may have seen a few videos ago, I found a dress in this exact material. So I'm guessing they're from the same year. This had its label cut out, so I couldn't be sure. I'm getting into beige. Really have never been a big fan because I'm such a pasty white girl that I kind of disappear wearing beige. Maybe because I'm embracing brown more now. So I don't know, we'll see. I also found this H&M sweater, also beige, but this one's got a V-neck. It's a cotton blend, so not 100% cotton, but still very, very nice. And I do like a V-neck, because I like to show off all my necklaces and things. And speaking of beige, back in the spring, I found this 100% cotton cable knit grandpa cardigan. And I can't believe I even, dithered about it in the store, because I wear that thing all the time. I love it so much. So, of course, finding another grandpa cardigan got onto my list. I really wanted to find one in gray. I found one, wasn't quite the right color, but finding one this good in navy, I'm going to put it on and show you. It's so nice. Look how nice this is. I love the cable knit. It has pockets. It's so, so good. And it's just, oh, it feels lovely. It's originally H&M. And I tell you, this is from the men's section. I spent 20 minutes looking through every cardigan in the women's section trying to find something cotton and nice quality. I literally found this in 3 seconds in the men's section, along with about 6 others. I actually had to just really drill down to choose the best one, and this was it. I'm still looking for a gray one, but yeah, I feel pretty confident that there's one out there. And it makes me feel like a grumpy French grand-père, and I just want to go drink some pastis and go down to the village square and play some bowls and complain about stuff. Yeah, grumpy French grandpa. It's my vibe. I collect dragons in a very minor way, so of course whenever I see ones on clothing, I have to take an extra look. And look at this, it's so beautiful. So this is a 100% cotton robe, and I love a cotton robe. I also love those big fluffy toweling robes, but I can only wear them for about 3 minutes before I completely overheat. So cotton robes for me are where it's at. I have a beautiful one that I bought in Japan. I wear it all the time. So I thought, oh, this would be a great backup for that. But as I was looking at it, sure, you just, wear it as a robe, but so beautiful that I feel like I could just throw this on as like an extra layer, like a kimono, and just, swish around and be fabulous in it, right? And now we make a hard pivot into sequins, because of course we do. I found another sequin top for the collection, and isn't it a beauty? Check out the scallops and the colors. It is so lovely. And it fits like a dream, so what more could you ask for? I also had some very good luck with accessories on this trip. I was looking for either a silver or gold clutch, just a plain one for, the upcoming holiday season. Instead, I found a silver and gold clutch. Solves both my problems. And it also comes with a wrist strap and a shoulder strap. So a lot of versatility for one little bag. I also did well with the jewels. A couple of silver rings, a couple of gold rings, one extremely silly ring. How fun is he? A couple of fabulous bracelets, one silver, one gold, almost identical, and yet bought in stores in completely different towns. I can't wear heavy earrings, so anytime I can get a lot of sparkle like this that are light and comfortable to wear, I'm all over it. It might be a little much with the choker and the cardigan, but actually I kind of love it. I'm like a fabulous grumpy French grandpa. And excuse me, but a pair of giant gold sunburst earrings. I grabbed these so fast, you probably couldn't even have seen me. Like raptor fast. This next section deals with my rescues from the Halloween racks. Oh, the amount of amazing stuff I found on the Halloween racks. Great vintage and just really nice things that don't deserve to have like fake blood thrown on them and then get tossed into the landfill. If I had had an unlimited budget, the number of things that I would have retrieved and rescued, you don't even want to know. But I did not have an unlimited budget, so I had to pick my battles, and these are the things that I rescued. First off, this amazing vintage embellished tunic, cardigan-y thing. Look at the back, too. I mean, I am ready for lunch in Beverly Hills in 1983. Bring me my martini. Also in the Halloween rack, this fabulous feather skirt. Not vintage, the brand is Pink Tartan. Just perfection. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Why would you think this was Halloween? I get very indignant about this, as you may have noticed. The last thing from the Halloween section, there are still more to come, don't tune out yet, but the last thing from the Halloween section was this dress, which I grant you, this is a Joe Fresh dress, by the way. Now, I do grant you that there's a certain witchiness with these sleeves. They're They're pretty witchy. Don't know how much wear I would get out of this as a dress, so this may become a top. And I would wear that a lot more, I think. I had to rescue it from the Halloween horror. That is the true horror of Halloween. And to the two final items that I think are just amazing and spectacular. But before I set off on this thrift trip, I made my little list. I usually take a list, but I also just leave room for the magic to happen at the thrift store. The one thing, it was sort of a negative on the list. It was no projects. You cannot bring home any more projects. You have enough projects to last you through that cold Canadian winter. You do not need any more. Lo and behold. So this was a dress, and I was just like, well, I am never going to wear this as a dress because the top was, let's just say, hoochie. It was hoochie. And that top was not going to contain anything I got going on. So, but the bottom half, oh, I was just like, this is the most magnificent skirt. And without further ado, I have chopped it already, but I haven't, done the waistband. But I had to show it to you now because, oh, excuse me, full length zebra sequin with a fishtail? Seriously, I'm not over it yet. I'm just gonna style this with like a sweater and wear it places. I'm not waiting for events. So I was trying to figure out, well, what do I do with this fishtail? I take public transit. Like, this is not a thing that I can deal with. Do I have to cut it off? No need, because it comes with a button and a loop. You can just bustle it up into a nice, practical maxi skirt. That's right. I said it. I said practical about a sequin zebra maxi skirt. I said what I said, and I stand by it. That was pretty good. But my final and most spectacular find of the day, if you've been watching for a while, you've already seen a sequin top that I added to my collection. And one brand that I am really loving in the form of these incredible embellished sequin tops is Lawrence Kazar or Kazar. We're not doing this again. I think we've established I don't know how to pronounce the man's name. Anyway, there I was, innocently looking through dresses, a section in which I, haven't really found anything good for a while. And lo and behold, I see a sequin sleeve poking out at me. And I'm like, that couldn't be a Lawrence K, could it? I pulled it out. Better and better and better and more spectacular. And the colors, oh my God. And the workmanship and the beads and the low back. And sure enough, my man, Lawrence K. Now, to be honest with you, this dress is a small and it has no give, like zero give whatsoever. So I am going to sell this on. I don't think there's any chance in hell that this would ever fit me. I'm going to make a very concerted effort over this winter to get back to my fighting weight. And when I do, maybe I'll give this a go. But this had to be rescued. The glory of this. I feel like I've had a workout because it's so heavy. But the workmanship is just exquisite. Like, there is beading between each of these sequin panels. There are layers of beading around the collar, on the cuffs, on the hem. Just magnificent. And I just realized I completely forgot to show you the homewares that I picked up. Of course, the teacup. This pair of adorable vintage Libby cowboy boot vases. And this magnificent jade green Afghan that I forgot to film in the store. Look at these details. Absolutely incredible. I don't knit or crochet, so to me, this is just pure sorcery. So beautiful. So that was it. That was the latest thrift haul. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing. It would really mean a lot to me and my teeny tiny channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.